about intimacy, or otherwise known as Into Me You See. It's this beautiful picture of being known and being seen. This may be a really exhilarating idea for some of you, or perhaps truly terrifying. Either way, it's our deepest need. We all need to be seen inside of. When I was little, this may be surprising, maybe, because I'm talking to you right now, but I was actually one of the most timid kids you would have ever met. I was terrified of people. I had a big, happy, gregarious family that loved God, and there were 5 kids, and I was smack in the middle of the most intense personalities you can even imagine, and so hiding was just my MO. It wasn't that hard. It was actually something I grew up doing I didn't even realize I was doing. I was actually a hider in more ways than you can even imagine. Actually, when we were selling our house one time, there would be people come and see the house, naturally, because that's what people do. And I was known for hiding in the most precarious places, like behind racks of clothing, inside bathtubs, and I would just shut the shower curtain because I just didn't want to see these people. They terrified me. I'd also go on walks with people and then jump in the bushes if cars were coming. This isn't even a joke. This is real. But it was physically manifesting how I felt on the inside, which was, don't see me. So I grew up and I got a little more normal and I was able to have friends. I was pretty social, but there was still something inside of me. I just didn't know how to be known. I didn't know how to not hide. And then this great guy came into my life. He was kind and good and he would listen to me and he really wanted to know me. And so we embarked on this relationship. It was going really well, but we'd always come to a point where he'd want to take things further. He'd want to get serious. He'd want to call us together. And it absolutely terrified me that for years at a time, we would go through this thing and then I would just dump him. I would break up with him. I would do heartbreaking things because I couldn't go to that next level of being known. And I didn't know why, but it was really breaking our hearts because I didn't know how to go there. And I drove across the country to a place I'd heard amazing stories about where God was really manifesting himself. And I got there and I went inside the building for the first time and I had the most phenomenal encounter of love with God. I didn't even know I had these walls inside of me, but I did. I had walls as high as the wall of China protecting my heart, and I was hiding behind them. And this encounter with the love of God just melted my walls. They were gone. I remember feeling for the first time when talking to people, I wasn't thinking about myself. I was thinking about them. It absolutely altered the way I did my life. That changed my life. That was encountering the love of God was absolutely the most beautiful invitation into intimacy I'd ever experienced. And it changed my walk and it changed my life and made me fall in love for real with my husband. It wasn't much longer than when we got married. He asked me to marry him and I could say yes without fear. And then I married him and we were able to have something that not everybody gets because those walls had been melted down. There is an invitation to you from the God of the universe that he says to us in Psalm 41:12, you know me inside and out, you stand me in your presence, so I can look you in the eye. Unashamed, without fear, we can look in the eyes of a God who is so good, who knows us in and out. He knows our weaknesses, he knows our secrets, and yet he longs for this closeness and to know us. That invitation is from the God of the universe for you. You can have that. You don't need these counterfeits to intimacy. They're everywhere. Casual sex. Okay, on that one really quickly, I'm so glad when I didn't know how to go to that next level of intimacy with my husband, I'm so glad that I didn't turn to that because years before that, I decided that wasn't going to happen for me. But that would have been the easiest thing to do because it looks like intimacy, but it's not. Other counterfeits are drugs, alcohol. There's tons of them. You try them out and then you find they leave you more empty than you were before. Those are counterfeits to what the God of the universe is offering you. All that to say, I dare you. I dare you to develop this place with God where you bare your soul, where you experience His love so that you can have the relationship with a man that your heart desires. It all starts here.